Hello, wonderful people. It's your host as CEO Efua Success on the program Let's Feast It. Today, we'll be discussing Wake Up Africa Part 5. And the topic of our discussion today is just some questions popping up in my mind that I want to relate with every one of you so that you can be able to understand better what the issues that we are dealing with are in this program, Wake Up Africa. And I believe that relating these questions to you, and you pondering on these questions in your mind, you will be able to know and understand some basic issues that is going on in our continent. And one thing you must know is this: to properly understand and answer, you must be able to understand the question. First of all, you have to understand the question so that you will not be giving the right solution to the wrong problem, because you have to go back to the question to understand it very well so that you know if the answer fits in or not. To some of our entertainers, instead of singing about your shame to get a quick fame, just tell these bad leaders the truth, which they will interpret as insult and come for you with every tools that they have, and this will make you more popular and famous overnight than your own idea of fame. And this will not just profit you for a season, give you a meaningful future, which history will refer to that indeed at one point you stood for the people of this continent. If no one cares about the growth and development of our continent, our motherland, and the people of our motherland, now that we are being needed because of the vast resources we possess, then how are we sure in the near future or in generations to come anyone will even care about our motherland when our resources are no longer needed because of the advancement in technology? And again, when are we going to manage our own resources? Use these resources for the growth and development of our motherland, just like in the case of a nation in Africa, Libya, that made them so comfortable for years before whatever happened. And are we going to stop stealing the proceeds from the resources of our motherland and take it into another land, when we know fully well that bank is not just an institute but a person, and whatever is given to a bank is returned back to the citizen or the community for the growth and development nation? Why do many harvest from Africa and invest it in another continent, when you know that investment have a way of bringing development to a continent and a nation? When our leaders wake up from their slumber, or will they remain puppets forever, putting everyone in perpetual bondage without thinking of what can become of Africa if we all put heads together to work for the growth and development continent? Is it just me, or is it everyone else that think that almost all the leaders in Africa have something in common, which is hindering the growth and development of our continent? Is it just me, or do you notice that too? Why is all these things happening, and what is the secret behind it? This be the reason for the underdevelopment of our dear continent? Think about this. What is the effect of foreign government presence in our motherland? If there is no development, there is no advance in technology, no advanced weapon, and there is insecurity all over. Please, can we define the presence of foreign governments in our continent if the citizens are not safe, even when they are here, and unemployment and other development is the order of the day? Why don't we value our own? Why do we hate each other so much that we can fight each other because of others? Why do we trade purpose for profit? If others in other continents have traded purpose for profit, there will be no tangible development or advancement in whatever area that you feel that they have advanced today, but rather they stood for purpose and today is profiting them. Why are we quick to go for profit instead of standing for a purpose? Why are we using all our strength day in, day out to fight for our lives to matters in foreign lands without doing anything to make our own motherland matters, so that our own people will matter in the eyes of the people? Or do our children have to fight for their lives to matter in the near future in their own land? Because while we are fighting for our lives to matter in foreign land, foreigners are taking our lands. Think about this. It's the connection between some African leaders and corruption, between some African leaders and oppression, between some African leaders and lies. What is the connection? We take religion, ethnicity, tribes, parties, etc., and every other tools of division so serious, more than the national constitution. Why? Why do we only celebrate and support those who bow their head to be famous? We are fighting against neo-colonialism. Why are we celebrating those projecting a future that they never wished that we have? Or projecting it because of the profit that they are getting from it today? Why? I drop this as I'm writing up. I drop no oppressor have the power to fight against the oppressed and overcome them for a minute. But when the oppressed among the oppressed fight the oppressed because of the oppressors, then the freedom of the oppressed will be prolonged, because the oppressors are ready to provide everything and every enticing thing to the oppressed that are ready to fight for them, so that they will keep profiting from the oppressed. Whatever you are getting from the oppressor to fight against your fellow oppressed people is what you could have gotten, or in multiple form, if you stand your ground with the oppressed to fight against the oppressors. It is time to stand with the oppressed against the oppressor for your life to be a life of purpose, than standing for the oppressors against the oppressed because of profit. Let's stop trading purpose for profit. Please, let's join hands together and fight as the warriors and liberators that we are, with one purpose in mind: to liberate our motherland and to advance the growth and development of the people of our motherland. The greatest weapon of the oppressed against the oppressors is unity. With one mind and single voice, they will achieve their freedom in no distant time. And the greatest weapon of the oppressor against the oppressed is division, which is why today in our motherland we are divided by religion, party differences, tribes, tribes, ethnicity, associations, and region. Because these are the power of the oppressor against the oppressed. But if we can overcome this and come together as one in unity, we will be able to move even the unmovable mountains. Let's stand together in unity and achieve one purpose, which is freedom and liberation of our motherland and the advancement of our great people who are doing so well when they are out of our motherland. Let's make our motherland a great place for them to exhibit that greatness. This is what I stand for, and this is why I am up and standing and advocating with this program, Wake Up Africa, so that we all can have a common purpose to come together to liberate our motherland as the warriors and liberators that we are. There are so many questions in my mind, which I know this will trigger more questions in your mind too. And if you can sit down to ponder on these questions, you will be able to choose the right side. This is Wake Up Africa Part 5. Thank you, God bless you. And remember, my book, Fighting from the Future, is 80% completed. And by God's grace, very soon, in coming months, we'll be setting a launch date and which you will be part of. God bless you for your support and for everything I have been doing. Please, let's come together for the liberation of our motherland. God bless you. Thank you. I still remain your host at CEO Efua Success on the program Let's Feast It. Together, we are feasting it. God bless you.